Coming up, I build a giant hub on the moon that generates oxygen so you can actually breathe. I also build a fully automated starting line inside of a garage on the moon for an epic moon racetrack. Let's create Astral Race Reborn.
Hey, Foxy.
Oh, why so down, buddy?
Well, I've just been on holiday, and don't get me wrong, I had a wonderful... Are you polishing rose quartz?
It won't let me polish the mugs, so yes.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Right, so, yeah, I've just been on holiday. I had a wonderful time.
Yes.
It was really, really good, right?
Yeah.
And I've been really looking forward to today's recording session. Our Wednesday recording sessions, Foxy. I live for them.
Yes.
But then I got really sad.
Oh.
You see, I opened the quest book.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
It's a lot, Foxy. It's a lot.
There is many on the quest book, and that's just chapter 3, and this is episode 7.
It was always supposed to be a mini-series, Foxy, and
Yes.
I think it has actually dawned on me, and hopefully yourself as well, that this is going to take like 50 episodes.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Beardstone, the thing is, what they've managed to do with this mod pack, the Astral mod pack, is put in all of my favourite mods. And when you weren't here for 2 weeks, that made me sad, Mr. Beardstone. But
Yeah.
what they've done with these amazing mods, my favourite mods that they've added to this pack, is they've just totally ruined them. The mod pack makers have managed to find a way to basically go, oh, let's take all of the fun out of these mods and make them as difficult and grindy as possible.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that we're both idiots, but but yes, yeah. I think I don't know. I'm just thinking, Foxy. Right? Hear me out. Hear me
Okay.
out. So, do you remember the tractors?
Good times, Mr. Beardstone, good times.
I've got an idea, right?
Okay.
I've got an idea. Because as well as tractors, there's a couple of other vehicles that can be made,
Right, okay, I'm listening. My ears are open.
right? As well as
Yes.
boost pads, speed up boost pads.
Yes. Mario Kart ramps.
They're basically Mario Karts,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So hear me out, right? What I'm thinking is we bin off what we're supposed to be doing,
Right.
and instead we make a lovely fleet of vehicles,
Yes.
right? Build ourselves a little garage and set up a race course or two, and then invite our create friends on for an epic big blowout race, right?
Right.
We'll wrap up the series, we'll have a big tournament,
Yeah.
and then we'll play a different mod pack that doesn't
Ooh.
feel like it's draining my soul away.
Oh, well, I mean, the Mars, though, Mr. Beardstone. Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
100%. One, I'm so glad you, oh my God, jeez.
Oh, good.
It's just interfering with our real lives and our other series, so it's just too much.
It is, yeah. I mean, if there is any mod packs you guys want to see us play, then please do let us know in the comments, because we do love these collab sessions. We
Yes.
just chose the wrong pack.
Yes. Now, I believe, Mr. Beardstone, you've got some questions for me.
I do. What is this?
Oh, I thought he was going to ask what I was wearing, but okay.
No. Oh, don't get me wrong, Foxy. I've got lots of questions for you. This is just the first one. I mean, look at this.
This is
What
a
a beaut.
gigafactory.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to build it. Here's a time lapse of that happening. I started by rebuilding the entire system I built in the last episode, which meant tearing the whole thing down and doing it again in a better way so I could actually get the items that I needed into those seared smeltery things to make alloys. However, it turns out that all of the alloying methods have been removed from this mod pack, surprise, surprise, other than using create basins. So I had to get rid of all of those and build those again, which I forgot to record. And then I built a giant building around the factory, mainly consisting of granite and deep slate. I opted to do a low roof over the bulk of the factory with a higher section over the blaze spawner parts and a curved roof with a couple of chimneys for decoration. And I had a bit of time left over, so I decided to do what we failed to do last episode and actually got a bunch of mining done on the moon with the giant tunnel bore.
I've just realised it's not very nice being on the receiving end of that. I did that to you last episode.
And these are all of our heads. I've been round and collected all of our heads that we can find. We're both missing one head, but basically these are the same as all of the deaths we've had. So I've actually had 21 deaths, but I've only got 20 heads. You've had 19. There's only 18 there. And the reason they're on there is because this was just such a big, bland building. I needed some form of decoration, and I thought, what better way to decorate it by commemorating it as all of our deaths?
I mean, it's beautiful, Foxy. It is an absolute work of art. And to be honest with you, I'm loving this factory.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a shame that we're now just going to be racing loops around it, probably.
Yeah. We've got lots of ingots now, Mr. Beardstone. Almost a full thing of each one of them.
Look at this. I do have another question, Foxy.
Yes.
What are you wearing?
Well, Mr. Beardstone, I decided my armor wasn't cutting it. So I thought I'm going to make some new armor. And when I looked through all of the armors available, I found sturdy armor, which is made from sturdy sheet. And I thought,
sounds good.
That's made from obsidian. That'll be strong. It's not strong, Mr. Beardstone. It has the same resistance as iron armor, so I wasted a lot of time and money on that one. What I did do, though, other than doing all of that while you were on holiday, is I took our amazing moon machine to the moon. As a result, we got a whole bunch of moon cobblestone, soul soil, scoria, a bit of blackstone, and as well as that, I got us a bunch of silver and quartz ready for our next step of the journey in the quest book that we're not doing anymore.
Good job, Foxy. We can have a lovely silver and quartz and cheese race course. Right, anyway, so if we're going to be doing racy things,
yes.
I guess the first thing we should do is figure out
how to build a race car.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Let's see what we need.
Well, we got an automobile assembler, so I think we're 50% of the way there already, Mr. Beardstone.
Which means we need an auto mechanic table.
Yes, which doesn't look that difficult to make.
Right, let's make an auto mechanic table then, and then we can make these launch pads as well, these dash panels.
Yeah, we're going to need a bunch of shimmer for that.
Yeah, it would seem so. Lots of iron and lots of shimmer, which is fine. Yep. Iron plates are just heated and pressed iron, so that's easy enough. Heated and pressed iron sheets, so yep, there's an extra step for that as well.
Well, we've got plenty of blaze rods, we've got plenty of blaze burners, we've got plenty of iron, so none of this really should be an issue.
That is music to my ears, Foxy. I don't think I've heard those words spoken in this series legitimately. No. Shall I start marking out a foundation for a nice little buildy garagey type place?
And I'll go and make us a bunch of iron sheets and go and get some shimmer, maybe.
Oh, so I'll make the auto mechanical crafter thingy, doodad, and all that jazz. And you go on an adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, after the last time we went on an adventure to Moon Crater, and it's fine. Yeah, you go adventure.
So if I'm not mistaken, this little hole here that Mr. Beardstone and I dug out is the one that should lead us pretty much to the Shimmer Lake, and then I can just fall straight into it. Amazing. We've found the Shimmer Lake. So all I've got to do now is pump all of this shimmer into a big old tank. How hard could it be? What could possibly go wrong? I didn't bring a hose pulley.
A few moments later.
Well, I've come home looking for a hose pulley, and it turns out that the one Mr. Beardstone used before is in use somewhere else. And it also turns out that Mr. Beardstone's used all of the kelp, so now I've got to go and get some, which means going for a big old swim. A stack should do it. There we go, we've now got some water wheels with some maximum speed out here. Next, I need a big old tank. We're going to need a pump, and we're going to need that attaching to this power. Let's stick a handle on there and wind that all the way down to the bottom, I guess. And that should, hopefully, start pulling that into there. It is, look at that, there we go. Lots and lots of it. Now, it's not a bottomless supply, so I expect this lake to start disappearing all of its shimmer very soon, but it's going to be plenty. Oh yes, over there it's all disappearing. And there we go, the tank is now full. So I can disconnect this for now, although we probably come back to it later if we run out of shimmer. So I'm going to leave all of this here. I'm going to put a cart assembler down there, put that on lock rotation, throw a minecart into it, attempt to somehow glue it all together, and then realise I didn't bring a redstone torch to actually lift up the minecart, so I've got to go back again now. Oh, jeez. Maybe I can find some redstone. Oh, there's redstone right there. Ha! So hopefully if I do that, there we go. We got a full tank of shimmer ready to go. Excellent. Mr. Beardstone!
Yes?
I've got a present for you, buddy.
Oh, have you? What you got?
A big old tank of shimmer.
Wow, that's a lot of shimmer.
It is.
That's amazing.
You're welcome.
That's good. That's going to be very, 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 very handy. Oh, you're so cute. But what we do need to do is pump that into a squirter that rotates around 3 times with iron plates.
I got some comments about that. You know, people don't like you using that word, referring to a spout. Had a very angry person, not very happy at all, Mr. Beardstone.
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, what we need to do is feed this into a spout, Foxy, and then
You mean a squirter?
Yes, one of those.
I'm actually trying to type it in the recipe thing. Why is it not coming up? Okay. Oh, jeez.
Oh dear.
Where would you like it squirting, Mr. Beardstone?
I was just going to use the workshop.
Yeah, well, I
if I'm
thought
honest.
it made sense to have it like next to the workshop because I don't think it'll fit inside, and then we could like
No.
pump it through the wall, maybe.
No, when I say workshop, I mean like the shimmer is only for making the boost plates, right?
Yeah, we're not going to manufacture those in here with the automobiles.
I mean, we could do.
It's up to you.
We've already got infrastructure set up for it over there. That's my thinking.
I'll take it over there. Understood. Right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Mr. Beardstone. I realise I've
Get
made a
out of
terrible mistake. I'm sorry.
Get out of it. God,
Won't happen
jeez.
again.
The cheek. The cheek.
Jeez. I'm always in trouble. Oh, so you want it in somewhere that's convenient. Right. Sorry. I misunderstood.
I know we haven't done that very often.
The complete opposite end of the workshop of the platform from where we're currently working. This is where you want it, I see.
Well,
That makes
you
sense.
put it where you want, Foxy. But I was just thinking, power's already here. All you got to do is click a few buttons, job done.
Click a few buttons. That's it, is it? Right.
Yep.
Which buttons do I need to click? Is there any specific ones, or just
I
just
would say
go
the
ham?
ones that let you place shafts. You basically just need one of these, right? But without the pokies.
Oh, I
you
gotta
just
make
need
a
a-
mission round.
Yeah, well, you just need to rotate it round, don't you? Because they have to get 3 lots of shimmer on each iron plate.
Good. Sure.
Oh, I know the effort, Foxy. The effort. Oh my days! You just built an entire factory between episodes. And now you're complaining about a tiny machine.
Well, yeah, I thought we were beyond all this now, Mr. Beardstone.
You just never wanted to see that workshop again. That was it, wasn't it?
No. It wasn't me.
No, it's okay. You haven't done anything. It's just a question. It's just a question.
Okay.
Do you happen to have any sturdy sheets left from when you made your amazing armor?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, I do.
where would
Thank
I
you very
find them?
much.
Oh, I see.
There you were. Right.
I want them. Yeah.
Right. There's some, I believe, in the chest that's got create stuff or our jewel chest back in the main work, like the building that I'm. Oh, geez, I've done it again. I think.
I did look in there. I didn't see any.
I saw some earlier. 100% have seen some. It might be in the moon chest, maybe. I can't remember. I'll have a look.
The moon chest. I didn't think to check the moon chest.
No, it's not.
Silly me.
Yeah, there's 8 of them in the moon chest. For some
Amazing.
reason.
Oh, that's all right. I only
There you
need
go.
3.
They're on the floor now, here, behind
Oh.
you.
Oh, thank you. And do you have any andesite casings?
Oh,
Just because I can't be bothered to make any. I just need 3.
Just have a stack of them there. There you go.
Whole stack.
Yeah.
You spoil me.
Yeah, well,
Imagine
you know.
that in episode 1.
No, don't take me back there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's 12 of them in here as well, by the way.
Well, obviously, I just didn't see them. I'm sorry.
And here we are. I now have a little process set up for turning this iron plate into the shimmery stuff. Hopefully, if I throw that in there, that should get that on there. And once it's gone round a couple of times, it should turn into exactly what we need. But I don't want the good stuff coming out of there, so I'm going to put a filter on that. And hopefully, in a minute, we should start getting this coming in here. And there we go. We've got a bunch of them coming through already. But I want to make a lot of these, which means I need to now automate making iron plate. And I don't think Mr. Beardstone's setup round here is really suitable for that. So over at this end, what I'm going to need is a blaze burner with a basin on top of it. That's going to need a press on top of that. And we also need a way of making iron sheet. But we've already got one of those over here. In fact, we've got this here. And we can have all the stuff we're creating going into a barrel. Now we've just got to create it, which means I need iron and fuel for the blaze burner. Now, it just so happens we've got an absolute ton of iron. And then I'm going to throw all of that into there to get turned into iron sheet, which is, now going to get rolled. Let's take that out of the way. We don't want that. Let's just put a barrel there. Put Mr. Beardstone's roller down there. And now I just need fuel for the blaze burners. And I don't believe that they can run off blaze rods, but I'm going to try it. So let's just click it with a blaze. They will run off blaze. They'll run off blaze rods. Oh, that's a bit gross. But can I hopper them in? If I put those in there, will they go in? I don't know until that one's run out, so we'll find out, I guess. So now I can take all of these iron sheets, and I should probably have put some sort of hopper system into this as well. Now, this is a reasonably manual process, because I've got to keep going backwards and forwards between all of these things to move the items about. But I really don't mind doing that, because we're realistically not going to be making a whole bunch of these. And in not too long at all, we've already got 2 stacks of these dash panels. which is amazing. Now, it turns out the hopper going into the blaze burner didn't work, so that's fine. There's an essential ingredient to your workshop that you haven't added.
What's that?
You need a stone cutter.
What for?
So that you can turn these dash panels into ramps.
Oh, look at
Or
those!
dash panels even.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with those.
Ooh. Ah.
Right. Are you ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Have you made something already?
Well, this is the test, right?
Okay.
So we got
Wow.
this.
Look at that.
That actually looks very cool. Let's get some wheels on it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Liking
Right.
the wheels.
And an engine.
No way. It works.
Yes. Look at this.
That's amazing.
Wonder how fast it is.
Wow. Look at those skids. Oh, you've gone in the.
Yeah, almost went indoors straight away. Do you want to have a little drive?
Oh wow. Oh, hang on a minute. It's very long.
Oh, that one is, yeah, but that's the beauty of it, Foxy. We've got loads of different car frames we can make, but there's different combinations. Everything seems to have statistics as well.
No way.
I was just looking, but basically, that one that I've built, the frame is quite heavy, but the engine is very powerful. So if we were to break that car down and, for example, put that engine in a wooden framed car, I imagine it will go faster.
Okay. This one doesn't go up 4 blocks either, by the way.
That could be to do with the size of the wheels, potentially.
Yeah, I think we need bigger wheels. I really want to build one with big wheels, Mr. Beardstone.
Do it. Build another car.
Okay. What would be an ideal car for a FoxyNoTail? I got a shopping trolley.
Oh, you did it. You did the shopping trolley.
Yeah, and we got
Look at
the
those
size of the
wheels.
wheels.
Oh my days. That is ridiculous.
I'm in a shopping trolley, Mr.
Right, okay.
Beardstone.
Whoa. First test.
Hang on. Yes, it still drifts. Excellent. Good. Not very well. It's oh, there we go. And now I need. Wah! Oh, hang on. Climb up these blocks here with ease. With ease, Mr. Beardstone.
Go over the blocks again.
Okay. Oh. Whee!
Oh, that's cool. I need better wheels.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's fine. This is going to be fun.
The chaos. What are you doing?
Oh, this is incredible, Mr. B. Can go anywhere.
Why didn't we do this in the first place?
Best shopping trolley ever. Look at me go.
If you happen to be able to run over any sheep and get some wool on the way, that'd be fantastic.
Good news, Mr. Beardstone.
What's that?
I found all of the sheep. Yeah, literally all of the sheep that could ever be and have ever been.
That sounds like a lot of sheep.
Yeah, there's a lot of sheep here. It's amazing. I'm literally never getting out of this now. That's it.
Is this life now? Just...
That is, yeah. Although trying to wrangle sheep with your vehicle's a bit tricky because when you run over them, they do take damage.
Right, okay. This car is so much fun.
But is it as good as a shopping trolley? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I mean, the shopping trolley frame is lighter.
Because it's made mainly of air.
Primarily, yes.
That's its main ingredient, Mr. B. A sheep got in my car. Get out of my car! Oi! Oh. Did you want some mutton?
Oh, I'd
Mr.
love some
Beardstone?
mutton. Yeah. Mutton. That's exactly what we're after.
It turns out this lovely. Do you know the other really good thing about this pack? Obviously, the combat mod that
Yes.
we love so much. Better combat. Well, when you try and get a sheep out of a boat,
Right. Yeah, I can see how that could end badly. Actually, yeah.
there you go, sheepy. All the grass in the world.
Right. I've just put a diamond engine and some big wheels on a tractor.
No way. Yeah, but it's only got little wheels at the front,
I'm
so
about
is
to
it going
find
to go up
out.
blocks?
Yes.
Oh wow! Look at that tractor! It's ridiculous. with
It's
the
all
huge
about that
on
engine.
it. Oh, I don't know whether I prefer the shopping trolley or the tractor. I do love the shopping trolley.
Right, we need to do a straight line race. See which one of these is
Drag
quicker.
race. Well, hang on 1 minute then.
Oh no!
moment, please.
I think I know where this is going, Foxy. That is as expected.
Oh no! I've misplaced one.
That's all right. You can just spend 20 minutes getting rid of it. The crowbar doesn't help, by the way.
There must be a specific tool for it. It's not even making
It does
a
eventually.
dent.
If you look at the little progress bar at the top, it's like the most depressing
Well,
thing to watch.
But I'm going to be misplacing all of these today.
You're going to spend half your day picking up these things or building over the top of them.
There must be a tool for it. And then you don't get it back. Oh, pain. Pain. Go.
Oh, you're faster off the mark.
Woohoo!
Yeah, your trolley is definitely faster than the tractor.
Well, Mr. Beardstone, that was a lovely series. Thank you very much for joining me. I've had a great time. I'll, yeah, whatever we do next, I'll see you then, I guess.
Well, we've got a race to do, Foxy. You're not getting out of it that easily.
Well, we've just determined that I've got the best the best vehicle.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's the end of the. We need a proper race with like skill. We should build 2 tracks.
I won the race.
That was a drag race, a skilled race with like.
Well, you know where we'd have the best skilled race, where it would definitely be 100% skilled.
Bagsy, not the moon.
Jeez. Oh, all right, fine. You build one here then, and
Okay, cool.
I'll go and build one on the moon.
You love the moon.
Oh, I always get lumbered with these things. Oh, Mr. Beardstone, we've used quite a lot of shimmer. Wow.
That's all right. We've got like stacks of these things, right? What we'll do, right? What's the time now? It is 11:15, right? It's still morning. We've got the whole afternoon basically to essentially build the most epicest, funnest, randomest.
Yeah, but no, wait a minute. You've got an advantage. You've got like amazing buildings to drive round, and you know, I've just got the moon.
The moon has got pipes.
So if I was going to be building a racetrack on the moon, I was going to need the mining machine. But I had a few problems. Yeah, I've still got the one here.
Oh dear, no, the one here has gone.
Oh,
and
that's
that
okay,
one, and so has a chunk of your pub.
What? No, Mr. Beardstone. Why did all these things always happen to me?
I swear you do it on purpose, but I can tell.
You built it, and I forgot when you place it down, you have to place it backwards because you built it wrong. Have you picked it up?
No.
But I can't.
It's there. Oh, you've. Why did you just do that?
No, I didn't. Right, I'm going to put. It's still there for me.
It's not there. It's
right,
it's
not
there.
I'm going to put it down again. Oh, you are gotta be kidding me. You're fiddling with it. That's why
I'm not. I'm trying to pick it up, but I can't even pick it up.
Goodness sake. Well, I'm thinking I want to flatten out a huge area, which is why I want the drill. So I want it to be big because...
I was going to say, actually, just quickly, if you over in that direction, isn't there that, like, amazing power plant thing? If you look at the pipes in the power station, I'd say that's pretty good distance, really, for, like, each side of the race course.
Hang on, Mr. Beardstone, I've got an idea.
Okay, what's your idea, Foxy?
So I've been a little bit busy on the moon for the last couple of hours, and I've built this giant power station and a bunch of stuff for the racetrack to come around.
Yeah. Good job, Foxy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know where I got all of these items from. They were just sort of laying around, so I thought I'll put them together.
Well, you've done a really good job. I like the way you made it look broken down and a bit broken in places as well. I assume that's just where you ran out of blocks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, good news, you can sleep on the moon. Bad news is it doesn't seem to actually progress time around, which is a little bit annoying. I guess I need to sleep in the overworld in order to progress time on the moon. So I brought a few items over to the moon. I'm sure I'm going to need a whole bunch more than these, but my plan is to make quite a big racetrack because it's the moon. And when you jump, you go a long way. And I'm thinking if our tractors and things are jumping, they're going to go a long way. So we're going to need plenty of room. And the other things I need to contend with are things like these ravines. There's massive holes on the moon, and whilst they could come in useful for certain things, we don't want to just be driving everyone into big holes. We do want an actual racetrack. Now, obviously, this is a big undertaking making a racetrack, and in order to make it look like a racetrack, i.e. you can see where you need to go, we're going to need to direct people around. And for something on this scale, of course, it's not going to be horrendously well decorated, but I also want to put barriers around the whole thing. And for that, I'm going to need a whole bunch of dark oak wood, because we're going to make it out of dark oak fences. And that's mainly because we've got a lot of dark oak wood. And I feel like this dark oak wood does go nicely with the aesthetic of the moon. A little bit of deep slate, a little bit of moonstone, and I think that all works quite nicely together. But before we get carried away and start building a big old moon racetrack, there's a couple of other things I want to build, and the first one is an actual little hub around this portal here where people can come in, get their stuff, put their cars down, and I'd also like that to be breathable so that I don't have to keep going back to the overworld to top up my oxygen. But in order to do that, I'm going to need one of these machines on the moon to actually create oxygen, and in order to do that, that needs water on the moon. And you can't have water on the moon because it just turns to ice. So I'm thinking, can I put oxygen into buckets and then send the buckets through and just fill a tank up on the other side? And if I'm going to do that, I'm also going to need power. And I think windmills are probably the best idea for the moon. So this is just temporary. It's a big old mess, but if you accompany me into this igloo here, we've got an oxygen distributor powered by your alternator, which does have power, and if I put oxygen in there, it then goes into the other tank.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's working. And what if I open the door? It's fine. But if I step outside of the door, yeah, I'm not fine. Now, can I put my spacesuit in there to charge it up, where that's going to zap all of the... I can. Oh no, it just took the power. Oh,
yeah, you drained it. You drained your oxygen out. You've gone the wrong way.
Great. Oh well, that's going to be fun getting back to the portal then. So all I need to do now is figure out how I'm going to get buckets of oxygen to the moon, and that's really why I wanted to talk to you, because I want to make a little system that sends buckets of oxygen through to the moon.
What you could do is take this entire tank of oxygen, just stick it on a contraption, and then we can just stick a new tank here.
Well, that should be enough oxygen once it fills up. And while that's filling up, I'm going to start building this area on the moon that we can live in. Well, that didn't go well.
It begins.
So here we are, part one of the Moon Hub is complete, and as you can see, I've actually built a whole bunch of stuff inside of this, and I didn't actually want to, but we had a problem. And the problem was our little oxygen generator here just kept saying there was a big leak, and I think that's because this whole area was over 6,000 blocks. So the first thing I did was to put a second glass roof in it to try and reduce the area it had to fill up, and that didn't work. So I thought, okay, I'll build a couple of these little rooms, one to put all of our storage stuff in and our workbenches, and that still wasn't enough. So I then built these other two rooms, and now we're only just within the 6,000 block limit, but there's now a new problem, and the new problem is this thing's got nowhere near enough power. Now you can see the power's actually going up at this moment, but then for some reason it just cuts out, goes back down again, and yeah, well, as you can see, it's kicked in now because it's got enough, and now it's just going to go back down. So it's just on and off and on and off. And that is a little bit of a problem because we got our two big windmills on the roof, which I could probably make a little bit bigger, but really we're going to need a bunch more power. And the reason we need a bunch more is because I need other things going on inside of here. And speaking of inside of here, check these doors out. Listen to that. That's awesome. These are from Astral, and I've put them in as sort of like an airlock type thing, and I really like those. So what other power source are we going to be able to use to actually power this? It's just a generator, and a generator is a furnace, a basic machine frame, and a red cell battery, and those just run on coal or charcoal. How did you shoot me through the glass? Oh, are you on the outside? Oh, well, that's not ideal. I'll get you with this useless axe. Maybe, possibly. So So I should, if I had a furnace, be able to just craft myself a generator now. So I just need a furnace. And the ingredients for furnaces in this pack are just stupid. It's so ridiculous. And the reason it's stupid is you need some sort of raw ore. And because we're at this point in the game, we don't have anything raw anymore. It's all been smelted. So I've got to go mining just to get a furnace. Oh, look, raw copper. There we go. Why would you change a furnace recipe? Who's cheating having too many furnaces? No, you've got to make it worthwhile. Why would a furnace have raw stuff at the bottom? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, now we should be able to craft ourselves up a generator. There we go. And this will give 10k E, apparently. Tier low. Don't know what that means. Well, let's go find out. But before we find out, there's one more thing I want to build, and that involves another furnace. And now I can make myself an iron furnace, and I'm hoping that this will smelt down our charcoal a bit quicker. Well, the good news is the energy is now actually going upwards and it's turned on. So now we've got a plentiful supply of oxygen on the moon. I can actually take off my clothes, which is nice. And I can survive in this bit. But if I go into one of these rooms, I'm going to start freezing to death, so I better not do that. And we've got plenty of oxygen in here. That tank is still pretty much full. And I think this is going to last us a long time. Which brings me to phase 2 of my moon hub. I thought you were building a racetrack. I am in a minute, but I've got to build the next phase now, which is the garage. See, what I want to do is when we come through these doors here, I want to have an area outside here, which is, well, really fancy, that we can line all the cars up, almost like a starting line, but you can be, yeah, I've got some ideas. So just sit back, relax, and watch this time lapse. What time lapse? Oh, I didn't add it in, mate. I couldn't be bothered. Sorry. Oh, all right. Only joking, of course. Here's the time lapse from the perspective of someone watching me build the garage from very, very far away. All right. Oh, geez, fine. You can watch the real thing. Jeez. Well, this might not look too impressive from the outside, but inside it's got a whole bunch of tricks up its sleeve. So let's go in and find out how this all works. So back in the main part of our hub, I've added in a couple of things. The first one being this airlock. Now we've got a little computer here. If I press the button, these doors are going to open. I go into the middle here. Then in a second, those are going to close, and then these ones are going to open, allowing me to go through into this area with no oxygen. And while these doors can be actually done manually, I just thought that was really fun. And we've got another button here. And you might be asking, why have you got 2 doors on each side? Well, I was originally just going to make this little bit the airlock, but I didn't think it was big enough for us to get our vehicles through. So, yeah, I expanded it a bit, and now we've got 2 doors on each side. Which is good, because back on the other side, if we've got someone in here that accidentally opens this door, it's not just going to suck us all out into space suddenly because there's a secondary door. So what else have we got going on here? We've got some bollards to stop us going through. It looks like we've got a roller shutter door there, some lights up here, and we've got another computer here. And the idea is we all get in our carts, we get up to this starting line here. We try not to bang into these too much, just pull them up nice and gently in front. And then we press this button here, which plays the Mario theme. The roller shutter's door starts to open. The lights start counting down. And there we go. We can now go out and race on the moon straight over that ramp onto the racetrack that I haven't built yet. And now I've got to try and get my cart back in the building, which is where the other door comes in, which is round here, which doesn't have an airlock on it, although it does have 2 doors again. And now I can drive back in. Let all of the air out. Oh, look out, I'm going to get sucked into space, mate. No, I'm not going to be adding a building on the other side of this because, well, I've kind of run out of time to be recording building on the inside of here. I really need to get this racetrack done. But before we get into that, I want to show you how all the redstone works. So, of course, we've got these lights here, and as I'm sure you heard, there's note blocks which get activated when they go on. Now, these have just got redstone links on the back, and these are all controlled down below here. This computer doesn't actually do anything at all. This button just fires this redstone link, and if we go underground and check this out, Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff down here. We've got our redstone link, which received the signal. This then waits a second, activates the roller shutter door, and that'll stay open for 30 seconds. And if we go this way, it waits 5 seconds and then holds all of this on for 10 seconds. This is our countdown. So first of all, this light turns off, then that one turns off, then that one, and then the green ones go on, and the little barrier in front of us go down. And at the same time as that, when we first press the button, we get the little Mario theme. And then these 4 here are the ones that go ding, 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 ding. What a good impression I did. So yeah, it all works out rather splendidly. Just behind this wall here is the system that's pulling down the bollards to allow you to go through, and that's just on a mechanical piston that's on full speed. And then over here, we've got the big old garage door, which is on a lot slower speed. And down below here, well, I just added in a massive big wool windmill thing to provide us plenty of power, because the windmills upstairs aren't going to cut it. Now, when we do open these doors, it does actually affect our little oxygen generator, so we can't just leave these open. When they're closed, it's happy. When they're open, it's not happy. So we need to keep those closed. But wow, we actually already have used a whole bunch of oxygen. So hopefully this will last until we actually end up having to race on here. If not, I'll have to leave the server on a couple of days and get this filled back up again back in the overworld. And speaking of the overworld, there's something missing. Something's disappeared. And I'm not talking about the oxygen loader for the suits, because obviously that's on the moon. I'm talking about Mr. Beardstone. Mr. Beardstone hasn't been here for a few days because, well, it's taken me a few days to build that hub. So I'm working this video around my main series and I'm all alone. But hopefully Mr. Beardstone will pop on again at some point before I finish the video. But for now, I've got a whole bunch of work to do, getting that racetrack built on the moon. So a few days have gone by. In fact, a whole bunch of time has gone by and I've finished the racetrack. In fact, we've actually had the race with all of the other Create YouTubers. Here's a sneak preview of that. And if you want to find out exactly what Mr. Beardstone did and see the rest of the track and obviously find out who wins, then you need to check out the next video, which should be in a couple of weeks, so look out for that. Goodbye.